Hello, I'm Gus Downing, publisher and editor of the D&D Daily, and this is the LP News Network. We're here today with Rex Gillette, Vice President of Sales for Protection One. Protection One is a national leader when it comes to delivering retail business security that does more for you. They've built solid relationships with their retail clients by delivering an exceptionally high level of customer service. They recognize that crimes against retailers take many different forms, from the traditional $40 billion problem posed by shoplifting, internal theft, paperwork, and vendor errors to burglaries, robberies, fraudulent slip and falls, and returns and gift card fraud, to name a few. Taking into account the growing problem of identity theft, data breaches, and comprised networks, never have retailers faced a more daunting security landscape. Protection One has the breadth and depth of experience, along with the latest technology that can serve retailers' needs that range from burglary protection and fire monitoring to access control and state-of-the-art event-triggered video solutions. Their goal is to help you maximize ROI for your loss prevention programs by leveraging your current legacy equipment while quickly incorporating new integrated solutions. With multiple personal customer information data breaches in the news, PCI compliance is a huge concern, and Protection One can help you there as well. To implement the physical security requirements of your PCI compliance plan at your stores and data facilities, the company now will design, implement, monitor, and manage dedicated security-only networks that separate the security network and devices from the business operations. If you operate a single retail location or have a national chain of retail stores, Protection One will provide outstanding security, differentiated by careful attention to detail, from installation through ongoing services like data monitoring and accurate billing. They offer a security program for enterprise retailers that is national administered, oftentimes with a single point of contact for day-to-day operations. Their focus on employee training enables them to consistently deliver a great experience. They were recently recognized at the Security Industry SAMMY Awards ceremony as the winner of the 2016 Integrated Installation of the Year category. Protection One is growing because they care about their retail customers. And as you know, in this industry, word gets around fast. With that, we'd like to thank Rex for being here.
Thanks, Rex. Thank you, sir.
You know, Protection One is growing. Let me, got to get over here. It's been a busy year for Pro One. I mean, last year around this time, we were talking about the acquisition and merger of ASG into Protection One. This year, the big news is ADT. You know, what will this mean to your retail business?
Well, thanks, Gus. And again, we're a proud sponsor of your D&D publication. So, yeah, it's an exciting time for both Protection One and ADT. Real exciting times. Our executive management team at 6.5 years ago at that time embarked on making Protection One the best customer service-centric integrator in the United States. And we've certainly done that and captured market share because of our differentiating ourselves from our competitors. We embarked on and achieved same-day service. And with the acquisition or merger of ADT, we're going to go from 90 offices throughout the United States to over 200 in North America.
Jesus.
And what that does is that just gets us close to the customer. And we've got a high percentage metric on same-day service now. And now with the additional footprint across the U.S. and Canada, we'll get even better.
I mean, it's doubling the amount of locations you have to be able to do same-day delivery.
Absolutely, and we will have a direct presence now in Canada, which we didn't have before. Not only will it help us with the U.S. retailers that have open stores in Canada, but also the Canadian retail marketplace in general. So we're really excited about what this new footprint is going to do for ourselves and our industry, and we continue to grow by just differentiating ourselves from a customer service standpoint.
Right. You know, you mentioned a National Account Operations Center. What exactly is that, and what does it do?
Okay, well, again, if we flash back 6.5 years ago, and we kind of whiteboarded this whole idea. We had a large integrator in Protection One, but not a lot of national account experience. So what we did with our National Account Operations Center, we took one of our large monitoring centers in Irving, Texas, just outside DFW Airport, and we took all the residential and small business out of that monitoring center, and it became truly a national account center. And we've learned through our roles in other integrators in our past, our executive team, the problems with having different disciplines in different parts of the country. One of the integrators I used to work for had monitoring in Colorado, had billing in Indianapolis, had legal down in Florida, and it just becomes problematic. It's not seamless. And so what we did is we took this large facility in Irving, Texas, and everything has to do with national accounts, everything from the monitoring, billing, customer service, technical support, store design, anything and everything has to do with the retail element is in this one facility.
Right.
Not only that, we take it a step further, and we have pods of people that are responsible for our large retail accounts. So a large retailer will have a direct 800 number and an email address to this pod of people that becomes extremely familiar with their account. Retailers are all different. There are different nuances in the way they operate. And so our team down in Irving, Texas becomes very, very competent in working with them. They also get a dashboard every morning and are able to proactively take care of problems. Instead of waiting for a retailer to call us and say, I've got a problem here or there, we can see the issues up front. And it's also, ironically, it's become an extremely good, effective recruiting tool for our national account sales organization.
Yeah. So it's a centralized effort for all of North America.
That's correct.
One touch point, which makes it easier, faster, quicker.
That's exactly right.
And also drives efficiencies for both, not only the client, but also for Protection One.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So how is the Touch Pod program in the National Account Operations Center a great recruiting tool? You mentioned that a moment ago.
Well, I mean, if you take the nature of salespeople, and I've been in sales and sales management my entire career, what we love to do, is market and sell Protection One products and services. And that's what we do, that's what we get good at. And I'm speaking about national account managers in general. We've been fortunate to be able to attract some of the best retail-centric sales national account managers in the country. And part of it has to do with they get to do their job. What salespeople are good at is developing relationships and representing products and services. What they're not good at is taking care of billing problems or interjecting themselves in.
And they don't want to either.
No. And they don't want to. And if they have to spend a good part of their day taking care of issues and problems, they don't get good at what they're supposed to do. And so we typically will fly a candidate down to our Irving National Account Center and Operations Center and let them see for themselves, how effective our support mechanism is. And there's a byproduct to all this too. I mean, if you get to do what you want to do all day long, you love what you do, and you're successful at it, you get home to your family, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You don't, I've been on the other side of that in past companies I work for. So it's not necessarily a good thing to come home to the family in a bad mood.
Yeah, exactly. So and that also helps when, over the years I've heard of a number of large transitions that you've made for retailers and taking over some large accounts, 4,000 store accounts within a 2 or 3 month period of time. I mean, you've broken some records with that. So, by getting the best people, working for Pro One, you've been able to do some conversions that are just incredible.
Yeah, and we've actually become, over the past 6 years, very effective at it. We've done a number of large ones, a couple 4,000 store retail, and we've done it not only in a timely manner, but we've not disrupted the store operations, and we've done it under budget, under schedule.
Right.
So it's been a great experience, and as I said, like anything else, when we do these large conversions, we learned a lot fast, and I can say now, after 6.5 years and doing many large conversions across the country, we're very good at it.
Yeah. And now you have a real-time, web-driven portal that your clients can monitor the activity of what's going on with your systems, your programs, and be able to engage with a one-touch person. So that's just got to be amazing insofar as just deliverables are concerned.
Yeah, our eSuite web-based data portal product is arguably the best in the industry. I mean, and in fact, we just released 2.0 and they made it better. I mean, again, it was already the best, and again, we really do a good job of listening to our customers and developing features based on their response. 2.0 is faster, it's stronger, it's even easier to use. eSuite was already easier to use, now it's even easier. And when it is easy to use, it gets used.
Right,
and some portals, web-based portals, are so problematic that retailers just don't use them because it's just too cumbersome. One of the things that retailers had asked for was a mobile version, and so now with eSuite 2.0, we have that through a smartphone or tablets. We can, create contact lists. We can put systems on test and take them off test and review the data. We can set up temporary schedules all through a mobile device. And so again, we're real proud of the fact that we listen to our customers and develop products based on what their recommendations are. And we don't rest. I mean, our IT department is actually already working on. We just released 2.0. The next version, which will take some time to produce, but again, it's all based on listening to the customer and providing great service.
What are some of the other technologies or solutions that Pro One has taken and brought to market, and since we last talked, to help support the customers, the client?
Yeah, one of the things that we're finding is, there's always been the challenge within a retail environment between IT and LP, and
right.
the bandwidth and putting stuff on a retailer's network. We have the capability now in Protection One of developing, managing, and monitoring LP-specific or security-specific network, and that takes all the discussion between IT and LP out of it. We've done it very effectively for a number of retailers. I mean, it's exciting. It's something that we're very capable of doing, and the retailers that have gone down that path are great usage of their video, of all the data they receive. And it's not for every retailer. I mean, retailers still have the silos sometimes and barriers, and we understand that, but it's certainly, we feel, worth considering and investigating.
You mentioned IT, your IT department. I mean, obviously you've got to focus on IT security and making sure that the programs and the bandwidth and such are all protected. I mean, that's got to be an emphasis at Protection One.
Oh yeah. We're our IT department is great. We and just to give you an example of some of the companies I used to work for, and people in the audience may be familiar with getting in line. With going to the IT department, well, get in line. That'll be a year out. I'm really driven by Tim Wall, our CEO. He made it very clear in the beginning, and our CIO, Don Young, is that as it comes to a customer event that has to take place or be developed, it goes first. It goes right to the top of the queue. Now some of the people internally might take a back seat, but when it comes to the customer development, takes place, it goes right to the top of the queue. And just to go back to the one-touch idea of Irving, Texas, and our National Account Operations Center, that the IT people are there too, and so when we have customer visits down to the center, I mean, IT sits in the meeting, and they listen to what what the needs are and what we can be doing better, and it goes right into development. I mean, and I've never worked for a company that had that type of a customer service centric approach to everything that we do.
Any other trends that you're seeing out there from the Protection One's perspective and from your own professional?
It's with the retail is constantly changing, and so we're I think as integrators, large integrators, we've got to keep pace with change, and we've got to keep marketing, developing the best products with that change in mind. But it really comes down to from a product standpoint, there's a lot available out there, and again, companies like Protection One have got to be on the forefront of what's being developed in the product to make sure we have a portfolio of products that's good, better, best type thing. But then, it really, the products are the products, they're out there. It really comes down to customer service. And, a lot of companies can say, through a PowerPoint presentation, we do this or we do that. But to be able to do it effectively day in and day out is what is really required to be the best.
Same thing holds true in retail, by Larry. Well, thanks, Rex, for being here today.
Thank you, guys.
Well, that's it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to thank you for watching. And until next time, let's keep them all safe out there.